Hi, Andrea Robinette with Keller Williams, and I have been asked to share my story of being a buyer's agent for Candy and Holt McGee. Great couple. They took me on a wild ride, and it was a bit of a wild goose chase to finally get to where we are today. But some of the challenges, I guess I could talk about that first, that we faced. Not being able to narrow it down. We struggled with that a lot. For example, if I sent Candy a list of 20 homes, she'd say, okay, let's go see them. Okay, we're not looking at 20 homes in a day, Candy. Let's narrow it down. Holt had a really funny term, a Florida room. So I somehow in school missed the word Florida room. I didn't know what it was. And so she would say, oh, I love that house. Let's go look at it. We'd get there, and apparently she hadn't previewed any of the photos, and I found out the hard way what a Florida room was. Holt walks into a sunroom and is like, oh, I hate this Florida room. And so that's his terminology for a sunroom. So we filtered out anything with a sunroom, and finally we had it narrowed down to a few homes, but we were working with some spacing issues. They were hiring an au pair to come and help take care of their new baby. They have twin boys, so we needed 4 bedrooms plus their bedroom, and Holt needed an office. So we needed 6 rooms. They found out that they did want a pool. That wasn't something that was originally in the search criteria. So finding what they wanted was a hard enough task, but finding it with the budget constraint was a little harder. They have very high taste, and they have drawings, renderings for a home they want to build in the future with these elevators, and it's a really great, fun architectural design. So Holt had in his mind 110%, we're not going over X amount. Candy had about $150,000 extra tag on her eyes. So she kept nudging me, show us something more, show us something more. And I hate to price push people, so I tried to stay within his budget, her budget, try to find them the space, the location, and we were working with a lot of really fun factors that it took us a while to get to where we are. But when we finally found the perfect home, I said, guys, this is like 90% complete. It won't be on the market another few days. You've got to get down here and look at it. Well, they live in Eastern Kentucky, so Pikeville, Kentucky, and we're in Lexington, Kentucky. They own their own business, so Holt is traveling 24/7. Candy's managing the business, the twins, the new baby. So getting them here was tricky. So Candy came down to preview this home that was about 90% complete. She loved the home. It was the one for her. And Holt came immediately the next day and took a look, and I said, guys, this won't be here. I told you, it's going to go right out from under us. We've got to make a move. They called me that night, and it was too late. Someone else had already came in actually right after us and bought the home out from under us. So the builder that we actually are now working with is a very small scale builder. He kind of pours everything into the home all at once. The reason why we had never looked at purchasing a new construction was because they need to be moved before August. So that was another constraint that we were working with, so the kids could go to school here in Lexington starting next year. So we come to find out that Mr. Smith Companies or Construction actually was working on one of their home one street over. So what we did was put an immediate offer in on that home and have him mirror the interiors and exteriors of the previous home that we had just lost out on. So that's kind of where we're at. We're working with this new construction. Jerry Smith with Smith Companies Construction has been really great about working with us. They've changed quite a few things, and they've added some upgrades and features, and we've been back and forth with a pool company. They want a grotto, Candy's terminology, a small pool, or they want the drain moved so they can put a bigger pool. So it's been a fun and challenging ride, but we are in a really good place right now. They're so happy with the new home that they've got, and Holt is even talking about, holding off on that dream home even longer because they're really happy with what we've finally found. Again, it took us a while to get here, but I am very glad that we are here. So really that's kind of in a nutshell my story working with Candy and Holt McGee, and I didn't even have to tell you about the time the baby peed on the carpet. So yeah, that's it. That's where we're at today, in a really good place. Didn't start there, but started from the bottom, now we're here.